Hey guys, my name's Jay and welcome back to the Canadian Crypt. A couple months back, I ended up making 2 videos displaying my current horror DVD collection, and after receiving a bunch of positive feedback, I've decided to go over my current horror Blu Ray collection. But before I get into it, I just want to give a big thank you to everyone who subscribed to the channel so far. We just broke 70 subscribers, and we're getting closer and closer to that first 100 goal, which is extremely exciting for me. So a big thank you to everyone who has liked, shared, commented, shouted me out on their channel. It really means a lot to me, so with that out of the way, let's get into the video. To start things off, we have the Women in Prison Grindhouse film, Amazon Hotbox. Now, the cool thing about this film is the fact that I got to see it on the big screen last year at the Vancouver Badass Film Festival, and there I actually had it signed by the producer of the film, and then a few months later I ended up getting it signed by one of the stars, Tristan Risk. I don't know if you can really see it on there, but it's on there. Up next, we have arguably the best body horror film to come out of the 2010s, and that is American Mary, which I was lucky enough to get signed by both the Soska sisters, Tristan Risk, as well as John Emmett Tracy, who played the detective in the film. Moving on, we have the classic werewolf film, An American Werewolf in London. Up next, we have another film that I ended up seeing at the Badass Film Festival last year, and that is The Black Forest. Up next, we have a film that scared the shit out of me as a child and still makes me uneasy to this day. We have Candyman. Up next, we have the John Carpenter classic, Escape from New York. Up next, we have a film that I'm not a huge fan of. I actually received it as a gift. We have Feast Unrated. Up next, we have one of my favorite modern thrillers, and that is Jordan Peele's Get Out. Moving on to my favorite slasher film, and arguably my favorite horror film in general, John Carpenter's 1978 film, Halloween. Followed by the 2018 Halloween. A lot of people didn't like this film, but I thought it was miles ahead of Rob Zombie's attempt. Up next, we have Halloween 2. Up next, we have a film that a lot of people love to hate. Personally, I think it's a classic. I thought the effects were really good. I thought it was a really fun story. And that is Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. Followed by Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. And to finish off my Halloween Blu-ray collection, we have a film that I really don't like, and that is Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. Up next, we have Adam Green's Hatchet. If you're looking for an extremely gory slasher film with insane kills, this is the film for you. To follow that up, we have Hereditary. Up next, we have John Waters' classic film, Multiple Maniacs. If you're looking for the holy grail of trash cinema, this is probably the film for you. Up next, we have the 50th anniversary edition of George A. Romero's classic Night of the Living Dead. Followed by the Canadian body horror classic, David Cronenberg's Rabid. Up next, we have one of my top 10 horror movies of all time, and that is the Arrow release steelbook of Reanimator. Followed by the 4-film collection of Scream. Up next, we have a film that, funny enough, I actually haven't seen yet. I ended up picking it up during a 2-for-1 sale at a video store, and that is Seventh Moon. If you've seen the film, let me know what you thought of it below. Is it worth watching? Up next, we have the classic Silence of the Lambs. Followed by a steelbook edition of the classic 1974 slasher film from Tobe Hooper, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Up next, we have the criminally underrated slasher film, Tourist Trap. I highly recommend giving this a watch. If you haven't, you won't be disappointed. Followed by the iconic horror anthology film, Trick or Treat. And to finish things off, we have Jordan Peele's Us. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to hit it with a like, and be sure to follow me on Instagram at Canadian Crypt, where I let you guys decide on the videos I'm gonna make next. So with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay scary.